All right, let's continue talking about animated symbols. Again, there's two types of animated symbols. You have the animated graphic symbol right here, and then you have the movie clip. The biggest difference is that the movie clip is timeline independent. That's the advantage of the movie clip is that it's timeline independent. The disadvantage of it is using a movie clip, you kind of have to be able to figure out in your head what's going on with it because you can't just scrub the playhead to see what's going on. Notice that the movie clip doesn't change here, but if I do command return and I actually preview the movies, we can see that with the main timeline set to exactly the same length is in the animated symbol, that they run perfectly in sync. But if we change that at all, if we chop this off here, the movie clip continues to get to do its thing because it doesn't require there to be a timeline. And the animated symbol very much is timeline dependent. So let me do a Shift F5, get rid of that. So we'll see now that if we scrub the playhead, we can still see what's going on with the animated symbol, but that's all of it that we'll ever get to see. Whereas when we play this one, when we play it, we get to see the movie clip continuously doing its thing. And that's even true if we only have just one frame. So Shift F5, get rid of those. Command return. This thing just stands still, and this thing keeps on going. So a little bit more confusing to use, but definitely there is an extreme power that comes with this thing, the ability for it to do its thing even if the regular movie is stopped. So now let's go over the process of creating a movie clip. The good news is if you know how to create just a regular animated graphic symbol, creating a movie clip is identical in every way except for the fact that you have to tell the program that it's a movie clip. That's it. So let's start with the brand new um, let's see here, brand new file, new, and let's create our first movie clip. Okay, so we can just start with an object on the stage, and I'll show you in a little bit that that's not the only way to create any kind of symbol. You can also create them from scratch. Probably have mentioned that anyway. Okay, so we select this, we do an F8. Now here's the thing, and I mean this is really the only thing that's different, is right here, instead of graphic, you're going to select movie clip. That's it. Otherwise, everything is identical. So let's just call this, I don't know, grow bar. And now this is an instance of the symbol on the stage. The main timeline has no frames to it. And if we look at the symbol itself, go into the library, double click on it, we can see that it does not have anything either. So if we just do, similar to what we did before, and do a F6 and every now and then take a chunk out of this thing with the eraser tool. And since I called it a grow bar, I guess we're going to have to reverse this. Okay, so let me just finish up here, and then in the next one we'll make it completely gone. And just for continuity's sake, we will extend this out the same distance. So now if we scrub the playhead backwards, this is what we want this to become. So remember, the trick to doing that was to select all of these frames and then reverse them. Let me see if that command's available in here. Yeah, it is actually. So you can, the shortcut way to do that is just to right click on here and select reverse frames, or you can, the longer way is to go modify, timeline, oh, and I need to have all these selected. That's my error there. modify timeline, reverse frames, and so now scrubbing the playhead forward gives us that. And so now if we go back to the main scene, because right now we're inside of the editing environment for this symbol. If we go back to the main scene and we play this movie, even though it has only one frame, we will get to see that. Okay, so now that's it as far as a movie clip goes. If you go back and watch that other video, every single thing that we talked about on making and what you do behind the scenes on an animated graphic symbol is the same. So now let's just expand on that. So now what I'm talking about as far as things that you can do behind the scenes, and behind the scenes I mean, to the thing itself in its editing environment, are going to be the same. So if we want this to have a smoother appearance, like it's actually morphing out this way, we could do a shape tween, right? So let's select every frame in question here. So I'm clicking between this first real keyframe. I mean, I guess you could call this a keyframe, but it's blank. Here's another one, and so I'm just clicking right here between these two. I'm going to scroll down here, do a shift click, do a right click, and create shape tween. So now what's going to happen is this thing is going to softly morph all the way out, and actually I don't need a tween here because the reason I have these dotted lines here is because there's nothing for this to tween into. So I guess just to keep things clean, I'll remove the tween there. And now let's go back to the main scene, command return, preview this. A little anomaly going on there that I could certainly fix with the shape hint, but I'm not concerned about that right now. So we've seen frame by frame animations inside of animated symbols, and now we've just seen shape tweens. What about classic tweening or motion tweening? So the question is, can you have a symbol inside of a symbol? Because remember, to do a classic tween, you need to use symbols. Well, the answer is a definite yes, and in fact, let's just even add on to this one we had. Let's put a classic tween alongside of the shape tween that we have going on inside of this grow bar. So I'm going to click on here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make another animation that takes place right next to this thing. So because it's a separate animation, we want a new layer, and so we'll name this one red, create a new one, we'll name it blue, and then this layer will have something that goes from a solid bar to like just a small bar or a non-existent bar. Now I could do it the same way and reverse the frames, or another way to work backwards is just go to the last frame, give yourself a blank keyframe, and let's go ahead and create our blue bar here. So I'm just going to grab the rectangle tool here, put the properties on so I can see what I'm doing here, change the color to blue, make sure I don't have a stroke on that, and just make a bar like that. So that'll be the finished state for that bar. Now what's going to happen is this is going to change scale. Now the scale is only going to change this way, so it looks like a growing bar, but we can do that with a classic tween. So whenever possible, rather than using a shape tween for memory's sake, we always use a classic tween. So first step in that is to what? Make the symbol. Don't do the animation first, otherwise you're going to end up with junk in the library. So grab that, select it, F8, and let's just call this blue bar. And this just needs to be a graphic. So now we've just created a symbol inside of our symbol. I know that sounds kind of mind-blowing at first, or whatever, but It's really not that big of a deal. Here is the blue bar that we just created. It lives in the library just like any other symbol would, but it's put to use inside of here. And that's where we're at right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Unfortunately, the F6 key doesn't work in reverse, but I will just click on here, then I will click again and drag. Oops, you got to do this fairly quick. It's a click, then a click and a drag. Don't make a liar out of me. Oop, there we go. Okay, click, click, drag. It's hard to do that and explain it at the same time. Okay, so this time I'm just going to say it, then I'm going to do it. What you do is you click, then right away after, not a double click, you click and drag, but the third thing that you need to do is hold down the Option key so that you make a copy. Okay, so now on this blue layer, I have the same thing in the first frame as I do in the last frame. Now, what I'm going to do is actually move this up a little bit here so it kind of matches the look and feel. So both of them will have nothing at first and then they'll start to come out. So now what I need to do here is in this frame, and I'm actually going to put the classic tween in here first because these things can, if you do this, you kind of have to keep an eye on it when you do something like this because it could start to look like it's flipping around in here. So what I would suggest you do is take this tool here and make this, scale it down, and you do need to walk it back. I'm using holding down the shift key and using the left arrow key, and then just kind of scrub the playhead. And it looks like it worked, but if that doesn't work for you, then you may have to just not do it so aggressively, going back smaller, but this looks fine. Okay, so let's go to, well, before we do that, so the concept again is here is a shape tween going on, here is a classic tween going on. And if we go back to our main timeline, oops, back to our main timeline and do a command return, you see that that blue bar grows. So this is a classic tween going on, which is used from symbols. It's a symbol inside of our symbol. And remember, the power of these symbols, the whole reason that you learn and do these in the first place, is that you can have multiple instances of these things. Now the reason you're not seeing anything other than this little dot here when I drag these out of the library is you have to remember this thing is invisible on its first state, and that's what the so if we preview the movie, there's all those different moves happening. And the other thing that's powerful about these making animated symbols, whether it's a movie clip or just an animated graphic symbol, is that they can be further animated on the main timeline. So if I bring out an instance, let me just lock this layer here, go to my library, bring out another instance of this, can go over here, do a F6, right click in here, create a classic tween, go to the last frame, drag this over, and then let me just do an F5 so this whole thing extends here. And if I preview the movie, obviously the one moving is the one we just created. And why does it go all white for just 1 second? Think about that. Pause it, see if you can come up with the answer. Show you real quick here. If you remember back to the original symbol itself, we have this gap at the beginning where nothing happens. So let's say we didn't like that effect. It's as simple as just selecting this whole area, click here, shift click here, shift F5 to get rid of that area, back to the main scene, preview, voila.